What does it mean to be an entrepreneur? In a world of inaction, over-promising, and under-delivering, an entrepreneur is someone who is not afraid of sacrifice or risk of failure. An entrepreneur is someone who prefers passion over all other forms of compensation. An entrepreneur is someone who chooses to work while all others are out playing. An entrepreneur's drug is impact. They are addicted to it. The entrepreneur knows one simple truth. They will make it. Maybe not immediately, but absolutely and definitely.
All right, everybody, welcome to 5 Across, April edition. Yes. I love it. I love all of you. Thank you for being here. We have an exciting show for you all this evening. And as many of you know, 5 Across, part of a much bigger mission that we have at Awesome Inc. to grow the ecosystem of entrepreneurship across the state of Kentucky. We do that in a whole bunch of different ways. And if you want to know more about it, how to get plugged in, we want you to get plugged in. Come find somebody who's wearing this same shirt as me. This actually is our 15-year anniversary t-shirt that we just got because April marks Awesome Inc.'s 15-year anniversary. Thank you. So yes, been doing 5 Across for 14 of those 15 years, so all the way back in 2010. Goes back to the days when maybe a few of you were there. We had APO online pitch and win the finals event of the 2010 5 Across, all the way up to last year when we had Wicked Technologies take home the big trophy for 5 Across. But we are excited to continue to push forward and grow this event, and we wouldn't be able to do it without you guys. We also wouldn't be able to do it without some of our key sponsors, who I'm going to tell you about now. One of them is Kinetic Business by Windstream. Let's give a loud round of applause to Kinetic. Yes, Kinetic has been with us for several years as our title sponsor of 5 Across. They also provide us blazing fast free internet down the street at Awesome Inc. If you're ever in our Coworking Space, you'll get to experience it. But it is great, and they are a great partner to have. And our presenting sponsor tonight is Airwing Ventures. Please give it up to Airwing Ventures. Yes, Airwing Ventures has been a sponsor for quite a while of different events here at 5 Across, and we love the support that they give us. A few other sponsors I'm going to give a shout out to: Awesome Inc., Apex Software, Team Kentucky at the Cabinet for Economic Development, the University of Kentucky Entrepreneur Club, and the University of Kentucky College of Communication and Information. So one more round of applause for all of those sponsors tonight. Yes. And if any of you are in attendance tonight as a sponsor, we appreciate your support. So the next thing I'm going to do is introduce our MCs for the evening. So with no more waiting, let's welcome tonight. We've got a couple of veteran MCs coming with us tonight. Our first one coming down the aisle on my left, on your right. When this man went to college, he told his father, "You're the man of the house now." Please welcome Garrett Farbach, everyone. And this girl, she's smart, she's beautiful, and she is a trendsetter. So much so that when she goes to Rome, the Romans do as she does. Welcome, Jacqueline Benson, everyone. Thank you, Garrett. Thank you, Jacqueline. Y'all take it away.
Do as the Jacqueline does.
That's right.
I like that.
It.
Well, hey, how are we feeling tonight, y'all? That's pretty good. That's
Great
pretty good.
energy. I love
like that. All right. Well, we have a great night in store. We're going to see some history made. So, with that, let's get started. We're going to have you turn to the screens.
All right, Mr. Jones. Let's cut the charades. We know you were at the scene of the crime.
I didn't do anything. I was just walking my dog.
You and your dog were reported as passing in front of the bank several times leading up to and during the robbery. Look, we have the pictures to prove it. That's you and your dog.
Listen, I take Constance down that route every morning. That's when I heard hullabaloo at the bank. Gunshots, screams, we ran the other way.
It was 97 degrees that day. There was no need to be wearing a trench coat. And the fedora? I mean, come on! What, did the costume store run out of striped shirts and masks?
Doesn't have any my size.
Brown, what are you doing over there? Can't you see we're in the middle of something
Sorry,
here?
just 1 second.
Detective, the chief is going to have your head for this. I swear, if you don't focus.
Got it!
What?
I just bought tickets to Five Across. It's gonna be so freaking awesome!
What on earth is Five Across?
You've never heard of Five Across? It's this super cool pitch competition where some people pitch their super cool businesses to a panel of super cool judges for a chance to win it all at the Five Across finals.
That sounds super cool. Can I come?
Nobody asked you. Don't encourage him. Look, Jones, we're not here to talk about your weekend plans. We're here to...
You know, I think one of the best things about Five Across is the way they get the people involved. Like with this slow clap.
What?
Yeah. Like, you know, when a pitch goes over their 5-minute allotment and the audience signals that their time's up.
Right, that's a pretty easy one to remember if you've been.
How could I have possibly known that? I've never been before. None of this matters. Enough of this. Back to you. We need answers.
Okay, I'll tell you everything.
You know, they also have other things too, like rule number 17 to bring the fun, which means the audience gets to bring the energy for the show and they can be like super rowdy.
Within reason.
Right, yeah, like you can't interrupt them during their pitch, but after, you can cheer for them like a crazy person when they're walking up and down the aisle.
And don't forget about Rads.
I was just about to say that! The audience gets to rate and vote for their favorite pitch using Rads by going to awesomeinc.org/program. What just happened?
Yeah!
That was great
so
acting
good.
from that trio. I absolutely love that. If you
That's
didn't
true.
giggle, then you need
Something's
to remember
wrong.
rule number 17.
Hey, real quickly, impromptu. Can everyone give a round of applause to our friend Liam for directing that video? Real quickly, give it up. Nice. All right, that's good. Proud of you, man. All right, back to the show. Yeah, thanks for letting me. All right, 3 rules to know. If you didn't catch this before, then these are the most important things. Rule number 17, to bring the fun. We got noisemakers. We got a lot of audience participation. It's important that each of you make sure the people around you have a good time, and then when presenters are up here, you smile, you make them feel welcome. Tonight's a pretty cool event that they're taking a step forward in their businesses.
The goal is to have fun while making Lexington, Kentucky a better place to work and live. But what we're going to do is if a pitch goes over 5 minutes, they reach that 4:59 and they're still talking, we are going to politely slow clap them through the end of their pitch. So when the counter gets to 0, we're going to all practice it now. We're going to slow clap that pitch off. Very nice. And as a reminder, we will never slow clap our judges, but we will give them a reminder to kind of keep it to about 3 minutes.
Absolutely. And everyone's favorite part of the night, we have a really cool chance to rate these companies as if each of you had $10 million in your pocket. So tonight we're going to go to awesomeinc.org/program to rate these pitches and give these folks real feedback as if you were, again, their real investor, which is why they're here tonight. So, Jacqueline, what's on the line?
Wow, that's a great question because it's a lot. So tonight's winner will not only win a $500 cash prize, they also win a $5,000 safe note brought to you by Key Horse Capital.
Nice. Speaking of Derby, that was really good. And then each of these unique events peppered throughout the year are for the Five Across Finals, which will take place here December 4th. And the winner of that event will win $5,000 cold hard cash and $50,000 safe note, again, by Key Horse. It's a lot.
It's a lot. Great win. And another thing that our winners get tonight is the Pay It Forward program brought to you by Spectrum. They get a free 30-second Waymark commercial plus $15,000 towards scheduling over the course of 3 months. That is an amazing prize that is new for 2024, and we love that we get to partner with Spectrum and get our pitchers that.
Yes, but next time say awesome prize. Okay, so we saw in that hokey video that we have some super cool pitches tonight. So if you're one of these super cool founders, can we have you stand up real quickly as we introduce you tonight? Up first, and we'll do applause at the very end. Up first, we have Patrick with SeedStory.
We've got Ben with TerraGraze.
We got Julian with the best hair with Apollo Automation.
Freeman with Free Essentials.
And then applause in 3, 2, 1 with Caleb with OneUp. Give a round of applause for our presenters. There we go. And there we go. Jacqueline, if you didn't know, one of these super cool pitches is going to be joining one of the winners for this year.
We have Ace with some kind words towards tonight's pitchers. He was our February 5 Across winner. Let's hear from Ace.
Hello, 5 Across contestants. This is Ace McGill. I won the first 5 Across pitch competition of 2024, and I'm just trying to provide you all some encouragement for your pitch competition. I would just say be confident in yourself. This is not the end of the world. This is not the last pitch that you're going to do. It's probably the first of 50 to 100 pitches that you're going to do over the next, this year and next year. So just stay focused. The 5 Across team is very outgoing. They're very extroverted. And so I'm sure that they're going to be supporting you with the crowd. And so, yeah, good luck today. And, just stay focused.
There we go. Just stay focused, y'all.
Stay focused. Great words of advice from Ace.
Well, I will say, it's hard to stay focused when you got some shaky knees because of some pretty intense folk on stage.
We're going to ask some tough questions.
They are. So, with that, can we have everybody rise to your feet? The tech booth is going to play our favorite song as we welcome up our esteemed judges tonight. So let's go ahead and turn into house left and make some noise for our first judge tonight. Give it up for the one, the only serial entrepreneur, investor, founder of PixieMail.com, Daniel Dodger!
Next, we've got the president and founder at American Farm Investors, Brian Luffman.
Look at that, hands up and all. He's a regular.
I feel like he practiced.
Last but not least, the Associate Vice President for Research, Innovation, and Economic Impact, our friend, the Executive Director at UK Innovate at the University of Kentucky. One final round of applause for Ian McClure! I don't know about you, but if that song just doesn't get you excited.
I love it. Thank you so much for being here tonight, judges. Can't wait to hear the questions you all ask our pitchers.
I like that. All righty. So I think y'all, if you've been here before, you know what time it is. So I'm going to pass over to my friend. I'll come up with a name. Something Jacqueline.
Yeah,
Here we go.
last time we didn't use it though, so. All right, so Brian mentioned at the top of the show that we are celebrating 15 years of Awesome Inc. And to do that, we are going to make trivia a little bit more fun this evening. We've got a dueling trivia night. We've got Sweet Sweet Kevin and Jolly Holly out in the audience to go head to head.
Whoever just yelled, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Awesome. Well, we're going to do trivia a little different tonight. Like Jacqueline said, we'll be doing a little bit of head-to-head action. We're sick of the competition only being on stage, and we're going to bring it to the audience a little bit. So we're going to have a little race to see which two contestants can answer the multiple choice question first. So Alexa, I need you to stand.
And I've got my good friend Oliver over here with me.
Awesome.
Please stand.
All right, you two, this is how it's going to work.
Come on.
Jacqueline's going to put the question on the screen. I will read the question, and you will not see the multiple choice answers until Jacqueline puts them on the screen. Whoever can answer first correctly will win a pretty awesome
Stakes are
themed
high.
prize.
Read
Ready?
fast, read fast.
All right,
Here we go,
here's the
Jacqueline,
question.
give us the question.
Here we go.
Here we go. How many companies have pitched at 5 across all time? Now, we're excluding every 5 across finals because that's made up of 5 pitches that have pitched throughout the year. So, here we go. Can you put the answers on the screen in 3, 2, 1?
355.
Woo! Oliver
dang.
is our champion.
All
And
right, Holly, tell
Quick with
Oliver
it.
what he won.
Oliver is winning an awesome swag bag from Awesome Inc.
Congratulations, Oliver.
And that's 1 point for Holly.
Oh, there's a score
Sick
music.
burn. This is gonna go.
She was
Okay.
prepared with that. All right, we're going to keep the fun going. We're going to roll into pitch number 1. I need everybody to stand back up, bring the fun, bring the energy for Patrick with SeedStory.
Hello, 5 Across. I'm Patrick Ranville, founder and entrepreneur with SeedStory. We're transforming agricultural records from a burden to an asset for vegetable farms and their customers. Humans have been interested in agricultural records since the dawn of commerce. These are simple questions like what was grown, where was it grown, and how much was harvested. But to continue this story, let's bring it a little closer to the present, to 2022, when I was managing Magny Legacy Ridge Farm, a small farm in western Kentucky that was absolutely crushing it. We had just received our USDA organic certification with the help of the prototype of SeedStory. That is a Herculean feat of record keeping in and of itself for a small farm. Now, we were bringing tons of vegetables to farmers markets and our online customers week after week. And yet, just a week after our 3 best weeks ever, we had to tell our customers that they wouldn't be getting vegetables for an indefinite amount of time because we had suffered an overspray from the careless application of herbicide by the third-party applicator hired by a neighboring farm. Now, without the records that we kept in SeedStory, here's what would have happened. We would have forced into a moral dilemma around should we compromise the health of our customers potentially and try to recover some revenue, or should we do the right thing and dispose of the contaminated vegetables? We would have struggled to prove our overspray case against an agronomic giant, a company that did try to discredit our farm, saying that perhaps we had misrepresented the value of what we were growing, or that the vegetables were damaged due to mismanagement rather than herbicide. And without those records, the farm would have failed. We absolutely would have gone under had we not navigated this situation well. But instead, we did have the records in the prototype of SeedStory, and this is what happened. We had the confidence to choose the safest course of action for our customers. That was to till the contaminated vegetables into the ground, wait out the decay of the herbicide, and replant for the following season. We won a slam dunk, 6-figure settlement outside of court, and to this day, the farm is thriving. Now, at that point, the value that agricultural records offered to farms was cemented in my mind, so I stepped off to start SeedStory as a mobile application for farms to create records through the byproduct of their management and planning. Now, there are other management and planning applications in this space. There's products like Tinned or even Heirloom. Traditionally, they target the down-market farms and build their revenue models around being the point of sale. We view records very differently. We see records as the way by which farms ascend. So this helps farms get certifications like USDA Organic, a value-adding certification, or GAP, Good Agricultural Practices, which allows them to sell into larger markets like groceries, or even things that have been historically unavailable to most vegetable farms like crop insurance. We do this by being the Gordian knot of record keeping. The farmer simply logs all their inputs, applications, or lack thereof into the mobile application, and then the app generates a life history for each and every crop. Then these plant records can be shared via our web API, and they could be shared with other farmers. They could be shared with certification agencies like the third parties that certify for USDA, Or they could even be shared with customer end users that would engage with this record like an ingredients list on the back of a packaged good. So for farmers, SeedStory turns records from a burden into an asset, and for customers, it builds trust through transparency. The opportunity is not for the faint of heart venture capitalists. There's only about 46,000 vegetable farms in the United States. However, the industry itself is healthy. There's about $76 billion of produce sales in 2023, with growth projected for the next 5 years, and $22 billion of that is in organic produce. Since 2008, the share that organic produce is and the total volume have grown year after year. The bottom line is that people who buy fresh produce care about how it's grown, increasingly. Our big, hairy, audacious goal is to be what Epic is in medical records in the space of agricultural records. Our basic business model, like Epic, is B2B SaaS, that is to sell a farm license, then user subscriptions to scale organically with the size of farms, and then add-ons for farms targeting specific certifications. We have other interesting thoughts on how we might expand revenue, value reaped when an end user engages with a SeedStory 3D label, or the most exciting opportunity in the space, leveraging the high volume of quality vegetable growing data to train AI models. Companies like global seed providers or even governments might be interested in this data, knowing how crops and crop yields are affected by the changing climate. So my ask is warm introductions to your high-value partnerships. I thank you for your time tonight.
Yeah, Patrick. Dude, way to kick the night off. Soaking in. All right. Judges, about a question each. Remember, audience, please don't select out the judges. So, take it away, y'all.
I would like to know if this is for all vegetable farms or just organic. What is your focus out of that 46,000 farms? How many farms are you focused on?
Yeah, we are seeking to be scale agnostic, which is different than our competitors in the farm planning space. And what I mean by scale agnostic is we just want to be records quite transparently through to the end customer. So that could apply to CEA, like controlled environment agriculture, like a greenhouse growing facility, as easily as it would to a small organic farm. We think that we can gain traction with the larger players in this space by building reputation to the down market, which would be organic farms like Magny Legacy Ridge.
You nailed that 5 minutes. You did your practice. Nice work.
Thank you.
My question was in regards to the whales that are out there, because this seems like it's an easy sales pitch to small customers, but you're not going to make a ton of money on those because it's going to be high cost of acquisition compared to the revenue. Who are the big whales? Like, what would be the client or the group of clients that would actually move the needle in a huge way?
Well, so we think about companies or co-ops like Cal Organic, larger players, and that goes into our strategy of trying to build legitimacy in small farms so that people are familiar with the brand name of SeedStory in the farmer's market context, so that when they see it in a grocery store attached to Sunkist and so on, that would have some clout.
All right, very nice job. So who owns the data? Because the data sharing mechanism is really interesting and a powerful next generation monetizable opportunity here. I was just earlier today looking at Epic's intellectual property protection. Very proprietary system, markets, shared, solidarity, easily established. What's your plan for that, and is it related to the data?
Yeah, that's actually a very contentious space right now, so that is definitely a question for lawyers and experts that we would want to bring in through partnerships. But the question of who owns data is a question that we've already addressed in building the MVP. At the most basic level, there's user agreements where the user gives permissions to share certain types of data, but there are some new regulations in that space. We would try to build in such a way that we can leverage the value of that data.
What does a customer pay, just a typical small farm, organic farm, pay you per month, per year?
So the thought would be like a $40 farm license. Full transparency, at this point, we are in a free beta for any farm that wants to use the application. It's in the App Store. You can download it. It's actually pretty good. But we're targeting $40 a year farm subscription and then like $3.99 space for user employee subscriptions.
Right on, right on, right on. Patrick, way to kick it off,
Great
brother.
job.
If you want to give your mic down to Kyle, I'll take the clicker for you, Patrick. Sweet. There we go. All right. So with that, I think it's time to say the first time of the night. Head over to awesomeinc.org/programs and rate not just the first pitch, but all of them throughout the night. So I like what we're doing with this trivia. So I'm going to say that it's time for Team Holly, who's winning, versus Team Kevin with another
He's
trivia
winning by
question.
1. So
It's
don't
all
take
right,
that
it's
for
all
what
right.
it's worth. It's 1.
We'll see, Kevin. Okay, so everyone, I want to introduce you to my brand new friend, Caleb. He's going to get me my second point of the night.
And Wyatt, let's show that side what we're made
Let's
of,
see
brother.
what's going on. All right.
I like this.
Yeah. Here's our question. What is Awesome Inc.'s favorite cookie that you can find throughout our co-working space?
Here we go.
Think hard, think hard. Count it down, Garrett. You
in
got it.
5, in 4, in 3, 2, 1.
Double stuffed Oreo.
Quaker
Holy
oatmeal.
smokes! Holly, Caleb didn't even say anything.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa.
Good job, man. That was so
Hey, good game, Caleb.
I feel like we need a referee out here.
I know,
to
I
make
need
sure
someone
there's
with a flag.
clean trivia
He's
happening.
been to Awesome Inc. before. He just knows it. That's,
Well-
if you look at those options, that's a no-brainer.
That's true.
Who
There's no
likes
brainer.
oatmeal cookies anyway?
Hey, I like oatmeal cookies. I do.
Awesome. Well, Wyatt won an entire case of double stuffed
That's a
Oreos.
great prize.
Wyatt, you and Steve, share that. Share that, okay?
And I was challenged on the spelling of this, and 1F is correct. I just
Okay.
want everybody to know that. It is if you look at a package, it has 1F on it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
Fun fact.
speaking of 1F, the word left has 1F. So let's have everyone get onto your feet, go to house left, and welcome pitch number 2 tonight. Give it up for Ben with TerraGraze!
I'd like to introduce you all to my friend Tara G. As you can see, she's a lovely cow, but she's in a bad mood for several reasons. She lives on a farm that practices continuous grazing. That means she and her herd mates graze the same grass over and over, day after day. It's leading to poorer forage quality, lower stocking density, and even increased parasites that are spread through the intestines of ruminant animals. I grew up following my grandfather on his cattle farm in western Kentucky, and though I could tell he loved raising animals, he never made a living from the farm. Once he spent money mitigating all the effects of continuous grazing, there just wasn't any money left to make a living from the farm. So when my wife and I started raising a flock of sheep on our small farm, we knew we had to find a better way. It turns out there is a better way. It's called rotational grazing. Rotational grazing involves taking larger pastures and dividing them into smaller paddocks so that animals can be exposed to a new salad bar as frequently as possible. It gives the grass and the soil a chance to rest and regenerate, and anything that's good for soil and grass is good for livestock. So the more I learned about rotational grazing, the more I felt like it was an absolute necessity on my own farm. But with my full-time job and 2 small kids at home, there was no way I could always be on the farm at just the right time to move animals from smaller paddock to the next paddock. I felt like technology had helped increase the efficiency of crop farming drastically in my own lifetime. But I was raising animals basically the same way as my grandfather had in the 1950s. So I called a cousin of mine that was a software developer and asked if he could help. That's why we're developing TerraGraze. TerraGraze seeks to pair software and hardware with proven regenerative practices to help farmers automate portions of their herd management. Farmers can use our app, the Terra Cloud, to communicate with the Graze Right Hub. The hub is a central processor that exists somewhere on the farm that has internet access. As you can see, all the inner paddock gates on the pasture are connected by physical hardwire connections to the hub. We're able to send low voltage power and data through the Ethernet cables that are running along the already existing fence line. We think that the hardwired Ethernet adds a level of reliability and ruggedness that just doesn't exist in this space. So now the farmer can schedule gates, when to open, when to close, and signal to animals when it's time to go to the next salad bar. Now rotational grazing can happen even when the farmer can't physically be on the farm. That means farmers can spend their time in the most meaningful way possible on the farm. But we think controlling gates might just be the beginning. We're excited to incorporate other low voltage products into the TerraGraze system to create a complete management herd system. So who needs this kind of product? Well, the USDA tells us there's already 900,000 cattle farmers in the United States. Some of them are already trying to rotate their cattle and other livestock, at least some. Only a small fraction meet the definition for being intensive rotational grazers. We think our products could help farmers that are interested in rotational grazing reap the entire benefits by moving more frequently. These projections show where we could be in 5 years if we can capture a small fraction of those farmers for recurring subscriptions to our TerraCloud app and investments in Graze Right Gate systems to help make the rotational program happen. We sincerely believe that this combination can put more profits in farmers' pocket, but this benefits more than just farmers. Increasing quality forage reduces methane emissions from ruminant animal digestion. Moving animals from paddock to paddock helps spread manure more evenly. It keeps manure from ending up in runoff and infecting our water systems. Lastly, creating quality forage helps sequester carbon into the earth where it's not released and contribute to greenhouse gases. I'd like to quickly introduce you to my team. Weston and Brennan are our software developers. Weston is the brains of our proprietary protocol that we use to link hubs to gates. Brennan is the brains of the TerraCloud app. Thank you so much.
All right, our first slow clap of the evening, but that's okay. It was a great pitch, Ben. We're going to give about a question each from our judges. Take it away.
Great job. So our UK extension program knows a lot about this problem, and I agree. It's a really big unmet need. Because you didn't really get to it, I want to ask, what's your traction to date on finding people to use this, especially around the hardware aspect of this?
So we're basically as new as it gets. We've started researching this January 1st. We have a working prototype of the gate. It raises the wire up and down when we want it to, based on the code from the tech guys. We visit a few bigger players, folks that are in the rotational grazing space. We went to Western and toured their farm and talked to those folks about how this could benefit them and farmers that are in the livestock space. And so that's where we are today.
I was going to ask about the protectability of what you've created, because, I mean, it's very smart having a hardware and software solution because it's really sticky with the software. People aren't going to get rid of it once they have the hardware installed, which I have a question about how much that might cost a farm per gate, because that's a lot of capital expenditure. But just have you thought about the IP protection, patents, what type of things could be protectable with this idea?
Yeah, so I think part of what would be protectable would be the code that allows for low voltage power and data to be transmitted on the Ethernet. We don't think that's been done in the agricultural space before, and so we need to take steps to make sure that is as protected as it can be.
And my question follows up Brian's very well. How much does it cost, or do you project it to cost for a farm? You had a picture of 6 gates, so I don't know, I'll just pick that, or 5.
So I would suggest that a farm, to really reap the benefits, they need 15 paddocks, which means they probably need 15 gates. We believe we're going to suggest that a retail price for a single Graze Right gate that would be connected to the hub would cost about $300. So I would suggest that they buy these gates in a set of 15 for $4,500.
And does the hub and the cloud subscription cost an additional?
The cloud subscription would be a reoccurring subscription fee as for that service.
I was just thinking about Brian's question about the protectability. On the hardware aspect, I assume you're buying off-the-shelf IoT sensors and pieces there. What might be protectable is the entire system together. But on that, the service model, have you thought about the maintenance as the hardware stuff? Have you given any sort of estimates to, or a pro forma on how you're doing the service and maintenance aspect of this?
Well, to be honest with you, this building has been occurring in my garage, so my wife will be super happy when I get out of the garage. But when it comes to software maintenance, these two guys are what we have so far to do that for us. I thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, judges, for your questions. We'll get that clicker back. Thank you. All right. We get to do some more trivia.
Oh, wait. What's the score again, Holly?
I'll answer. It's 1-1. I got the last point.
Okay.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah. Here we go. Oh, so sorry. Go ahead. All right. Well, we've got our next two contestants up. Oh, yeah. It's our time to shine, man. It's time for us to take the lead.
Ooh, she's ready. She's ready.
Us guys over here got to stay together.
Hey, us women.
Are going to lose this one. All right. Here we go. Jacqueline, question, please. Which of the following is not, N-O-T, not, one of the Awesome Inc. rules? You heard one tonight, 17, bring the fun.
This is a toughie.
Which one of these options is not?
Okay, you all ready? Yeah. Okay. It's a lot.
We're ready.
You ready? Okay.
28. Woo! Girl power over
Gosh,
here.
it was on the tip of his tongue.
Tanya won.
Great
Holly,
job.
what did Tanya win?
Tanya won Unbridled Spirit. Talks about all the entrepreneurial industry and successful people. It's crazy awesome. Congrats, Tanya, and that's now 2 points.
You got lucky.
2
Everyone
points.
gets lucky.
Still a lot of game left to play because we are entering our third pitch of the night. Everybody stand up, bring the fun. Remember rule number 17, and welcome Julian with Apollo Animation.
All right. So how's it going, everybody? I'm Julian, and I'm here with Apollo Automation. So we are a local sensor company that is making sensors for your home as well as your office. We deal with all kinds of different use cases. One of the most common ones for our clients is CO2 in enclosed spaces, like in your home or in your home office. In many cases, the CO2 buildup can make it harder to fall asleep, reduce your sleep quality, or make it harder to focus while at work. Many people will get something like a thermostat to control the temperature in their home, or a carbon monoxide detector to monitor the safety of their home. But very few people know that they should be monitoring their carbon dioxide as well. That's where one of our products comes in. The Air One is an air quality monitor that many of our customers use to monitor their home. You know, as a child, I used to complain when my mom would have us open a window, no matter the temperature outside. But in the end, it really was a useful recommendation. Many of our customers have found that both their bedrooms and their home offices have greater levels of CO2 buildup than they ever expected and are quickly into detrimental levels within 1 or 2 hours. This product has several other functions. They're ideal for households with health sensitivities because they detect allergens, they can you can monitor chemicals in cleaning supplies, or even see when you've left a gas stove on. And we've been able to do all this in a package that's about 50% smaller than our competitors and significantly less expensive. So far, we've sold more than $240,000 worth of the Air 1 and our other product, the MSR1 motion sensor. We've been able to maintain an operating margin of 43% because we keep our production costs low. We design and prototype in-house, and we've managed to establish a robust supply chain. We have more than 1,600 customers so far that are very active and vocal in our social media accounts and other communities. And we've been able to hit our month-over-month revenue goals of 10% on a consistent basis. All of this growth has been within a very niche smart home enthusiast market. And even within that market, we have only been serving the air quality and motion sensing segments. We have plenty of room for growth within this relatively small market, and we're also looking to expand to a more general consumer audience in the broader smart home market worldwide. This smart home market includes everything from a smart fridge to like a Philips Hue that controls your lights, and is becoming more and more ubiquitous, where this $154 billion market continues to grow as more devices are connected by default. We're going to focus on the control and connectivity segment of this market as we continue to expand according to our current business model. Our timeline for this expansion starts this year with the launch of our first general consumer product in the third quarter of this year, and expanding our fulfillment capacity with third-party logistics partners towards the end of the year, where we're expecting a target revenue of $100,000 per month. In 2025, our focus will be on expanding the flexibility and control we have over our production line by bringing as much manufacturing in-house as possible. And in 2026, we'll expand our commercial sales channels and hopefully reach a target monthly revenue of $310,000 per month. This expansion is a far more conservative 6% growth, based on a far more conservative 6% growth rate, and we are consistently focusing on partnering with local organizations like Awesome Inc. through their fellowship, the UK College of Engineering, and participating in smart home trade shows as we expand our commercial presence. And I'll quickly introduce the team, which includes Trevor Shermer, who's our technical architect. I focus on business strategy, and Justin is our community lead. And between the three of us, we have over 20 years of combined experience in home automation. And thank you very much.
Nice. You almost got it, Julian. Almost got it, brother. Well, hey, stellar job. Now, that was the easy part.
Yeah.
So their questions will be the tough part.
That was amazing. Sounds like you're targeting a niche customer now, selling to them actively, and you're going to pivot to a general customer, if I've got that right.
Yep, exactly.
And what are the key steps that you need to make that pivot? What needs to change in your product, your marketing? Stated another way, how are you going to educate the end user?
Absolutely. So our biggest challenge in making that pivot is going to be the way we market beyond those niche enthusiast communities. We're going to start looking at more traditional advertising channels, making sure that those products are as easy to use and interconnected as possible so that we don't run into conflicts with other ecosystems.
How long did it take you to develop the unit that goes into someone's house, and then the level of investment that goes into that, like to get to this point?
Yeah, so one of our primary advantages is our very short development cycle. We can finish the development of either a new version of a product or even a whole new product within 4 to 6 weeks. Luckily, we have this community that gives us a great testing ground who are very, very interested in all things home automation. And referring to the previous question too, a lot of what we're doing is testing these devices before we make the larger investment to bring it to the general consumer market.
Okay, because I guess that was leading into what the valuation would, in your mind, if we make an investment, usually a company that has traction like you have a more lofty valuation expectation when they're getting an investor. So have you given any thought to that?
Yeah, so we haven't set a valuation target yet. We're primarily focused on bringing that manufacturing as in-house as possible. Our growth targets are relatively conservative. Our primary goal is to manufacture in a sustainable way here in Kentucky.
So as you were presenting in the beginning, I was thinking third-party commercial partnerships has got to be a part of the strategy, and then you presented it is. Where are you on that, and what's the strategy to try to get this with commercial partners?
Sure. So we're already working with distributors, especially for our international sales that make up about a third of what we sell. And those distributors, we're just now reaching the threshold where we can work with those distributors, where we're getting up to 400 orders a month, and have several quotes that we're deciding between, because at some point we will have to transition to something larger.
You're going to do advertising to reach the general market. What is the CAC going to be like? Have you projected forward or how much it's going to cost you to acquire those customers on average?
Yeah. So we have been, our plan is both focused on a website redesign, where we're going to invest about $5,000 in capturing more organic traffic and in increasing our return on ad spend, because right now our CAC is relatively high through that channel and almost free through our current marketing channels, which are in third-party reviews and through YouTube influencers, where they're giving us free reviews. And we'd like to strike a good balance between those two.
All right. Great job, Judge Julian. I'll take the clicker. Can you give the mic down to Kyle here? Wonderful. All right, and that's after the third pitch. So I want a friendly reminder that you can head over to the slideshow skipped around, boys. But you can head over to awesomeinc.org/program to rate for tonight's pitch. Make sure you're giving these founders their feedback as if you were their investor. This is why they're here this evening.
It's great info to have.
All right, let's see if we can advance forward. If not, can we go to trivia question number 4?
Okay, everybody, we are back. I've got here with me the lovely Amanda.
And I am here with Taylor, and we're going to gain our second point. But Holly, why don't you take it away?
Okay, our question is... Whoa, no. Cut the camera.
Hey, something's going on with the
No one saw that. Cut the camera.
I'm going to advance it
Slow
one time
down,
real
Garrett.
quickly.
I can only read so fast.
I know.
Okay.
Well, guess I have
One
fast
click.
fingers today. Sorry.
All right, here we go. So the question is, what company won the first 5 Across Finals event in December of 2010? Give him a second.
Brian did give this answer away at the top of the show, if you were paying attention.
Just remind me, what's the score?
2-1.
Stop it, Garrett. We're winning.
Come on now, come on.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
No.
Yeah,
She
Amanda!
definitely said it. Taylor, you said it.
Whoa.
She said it.
Do we have video proof? Because
I need an audience right here.
No, we're
whoa.
taking it.
Whoa. Not even a rock,
Series
paper,
is tied at 2.
scissors?
Series is tied at 2.
Thank you, Garrett.
Whoa.
Garrett
Garrett.
gave it to me. Awesome.
Okay.
Well,
It makes the
Taylor,
next one
you
really
won
interesting.
a 2024 Startup Weekend t-shirt that Araya is bringing down to us.
Nice.
Awesome, Taylor. Good job. Great work. Thanks, Garrett.
You're welcome. Well, speaking of APO Online, I want to see if our next pitch is going to be a 5 Across winner tonight. So let's rise to your feet, face house left, and give a big warm welcome to our friend Freeman
With free essentials.
went on a crazy dinner date with this girl. It was one of those dates with amazing conversation and exciting banter. It was going great until my date realized her worst fear had happened. What happened was, it was her time of the month and she wasn't wearing a pad. So we hopped in my car, dashed to Walmart, I get her a box of pads, and gave her a pair of my shorts to change into. We laughed it off and continued the date. 1.5 years later, I started thinking about that night and came to the realization that society treats feminine hygiene and other necessities as a luxury. She shouldn't have had to buy that necessity in the first place. In America, approximately 1 in 5 miss school due to insufficient access to pads, a product like so many others that should be free. That needs to change. And so Free Essentials was born. A company dedicated to providing access to a wide range of essential products for everyone. And it all begins with our fundamental product, menstrual pads. Free Essentials pads and all future products are provided free to consumers, paid for by advertisers. We use the advertising-based business model just like the company Freewater, a $7 million valuation company that provides free bottles of water by having companies pay to put their advertisements on Freewater's water bottles. We have advertisers pay to advertise on our boxes. This covers the cost of production, distribution, and our profit margin, allowing us to provide a greatly reduced or completely free product to the consumer. Our users are only required to subscribe to 3 mailing lists of their choice during the online checkout process. The boxes of products our users receive have advertising on them by companies from various industries, such as health and wellness, personal care, and eco-friendly companies. Each company that advertises on our packaging can expect an estimated 29% higher ROI as we produce 10 times more impressions than direct mail, while being almost 1/3 of the price of direct mail. At the end of our first year, we plan on having 200,000 pads freely distributed nationwide, all while having greater margins than anyone else in the industry. Now, while our initial focus is on menstrual pads, we plan to grow into a platform where users can get all essential items, from personal care products to household necessities, much like how Amazon started with just books and expanded into the e-commerce giant we know today. Our goal is to become the go-to destination for everything you need. Okay, now here's the boring stuff. The team and why Free Essentials will take over this growing market. My name is Freeman Alexander Reinhardt. I was adopted from Liberia, Africa by an American-German family. At 16, I got into product development, then developed and sold the rights to my first product at 18 to a European company. I've studied marketing and have created videos that have gotten millions of views. I gained 100,000 followers while being a social activist influencer, and will be leveraging my following to get this company to the moon. But most importantly, although I am a guy initially starting in the feminine hygiene space, I'm a brother of 5 sisters who has never been afraid to speak on or change societal issues. Lastly, the biggest reason I can confidently say Free Essentials will take off is because of those helping and guiding me. My small early successes led me to become friends with several Shark Tank alumni. Through them, I've gained invaluable insights into business strategy and growth. These 3 Shark Tank alumni will be providing support and guidance. Then, Free Essentials has over 800 women waiting to be ambassadors for Free Essentials. With Free Essentials, we can make this shift to change societal views on necessities and usher in a new era of empowerment and equality. Thank you.
That's it, man.
Great fourth pitch. Amazing. Judges, about a question each. Freeman's going to give you the best answer possible. Take it away.
I'm not sure if I missed it, but where are you going to distribute the product? How does it actually get into the consumer's hands?
Through delivery, just like general door-to-door delivery. We're essentially an e-commerce platform.
Got it. So you want us to invest in a company that gives everything away for free? I'm kidding, but I get it. I'd love to see your financials, like the unit economics of like, okay, someone buys 40 tampons and it comes in a box, and it's not that expensive to do that. And I'm sure. Have you talked to any advertisers, potential advertisers, or done some research on what Free Water is getting on a per unit basis, so we can do extrapolate that out to figure out how much money you're going to make or lose?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, I want to say that I really like the way that your voice sounds. I know it's weird, but it sounds like rain. But secondly, yes. So I have done a whole lot of research on Free Water, and luckily for me, the CEO of Free Water, Josh Cliffords, is very, very, very open with his numbers. And when it comes to unit pricing, we are actually cheaper than they are. Additionally, due to my time I spent as a influencer, I know what packages, like influencer packaging, goes for. So for instance, a typical influencer with, let's say, 10,000 followers, you would expect to pay about $3,000 as an advertiser or a brand wanting to work with that person. Whereas for us, we have a 200,000 reach for every package or every set that we offer to the advertisers, and that is only $3,800. So very, very within range for the industry.
So, nice job. This is a really fascinating approach and model. So, just because the unit economics work doesn't mean a business will be successful. What's your plan to make sure no one else can do this? So outside of relationships with Free Water, fantastic. Distribution channels locked down, first lead time generation, awesome. But if the unit economics definitely work, someone else will want to do this, and or has tried to do this. So how do you make sure that you're the only one that can do this?
I love that question. And like I told you also earlier in the bathroom, I think I saw you. I just want to say you have really, really good style. But no. So the first thing I want to say is that Bing and Google, if you compare the two, Bing started before Google, and so did a bunch of other companies that are that essentially did the same thing, right? But what took off? Google, right? And I think the primary reason for that is the people behind it. And so, I mean, we don't have any kind of IP that can bar people from being able to try and do the exact same thing, if that's what you're asking. However, due to the team, I think that and the way that the business would be ran, I think that is really the key.
All right, great job. Freeman, I'll take the clicker from you. I'm going to give that mic down to Kyle. All right, yeah, Freeman knows what's up. Buttering up the judges, that's a good idea. If you didn't know, Brian actually is the voiceover in Hollywood in a world. So I ratted you out, sorry. All right, well, this is the fifth and final trivia question.
We've been having so much fun. Tonight has already flown by. I can't believe we're here. Let's see what question and who's going to take the
We're changing it up.
Plot twist, we're on the same
We're
side.
both on the same side. And we're going to cause a little bit of inter-team turmoil with the Clean Space team.
It's getting real.
Yeah, Yemi and Aram.
Whoa. Do I need to separate you two?
Yeah.
Whoa.
And Freeman, you talked about being sharply dressed. Aram never disappoints. I mean, this is a full-blown suit with a wonderful purple tie. I mean, this truly is unbelievable. We're wearing the same thing. That's why me and Aram are.
Yep. Whoa. Do you want to hear what tell him what you just said?
He's all sizzle. I'm steak, baby.
Oh, God. Well, let's see who's talking. Here we go.
Here we go.
Trivia question. The first 3 core values that also make, gosh, you should both know this. If you don't, I'm disappointed in both of you. Here we go. The first 3 core values that also make are be good, be excellent.
Hold on, wait. Yimmy's holding the mic. Give Aaron the mic.
Stop.
That's confidence. That's
Be good,
confidence.
be excellent, and be a friend. Gentlemen, what is the 4th and final core value at Awesome Inc?
Be you. Be you.
Aaron! That was Aaron!
He didn't even need
That
to
was
say
Aaron!
it.
Hey!
We won.
Whoa!
Yeah, and
Cut
Aaron
the
just
camera.
won a Kinetic by Windstream sponsored 5 Across
Yeah.
t-shirt. Yummy stop.
I
Aaron
think we
won.
need a rule book next time.
Yep.
That's all
I
I'm
have
saying.
a feeling that this is going to come back up in conversation at a
Tomorrow
later date.
at the office.
We'll
at
settle
9
it
a.m.
later. We'll settle it later.
All right.
Okay, well,
Take care of him, Holly.
speaking of being you, for one final time, in whatever way you celebrate, you're super rowdy. Let's have you get on your feet, turn the house right, and make some noise for our last pitch of the evening. Give it up to Caleb with OneUp!
Any of you recognize this guy? Okay, how about this guy? A few of you? Let's take it up a notch. How many of you have ever played one of these games? Okay. Well, first of all, I'm glad to know I'm not the only nerd in here. And second of all, you know what all these games have in common? Every single one of them is out of print, which means if you want to play one of these, you can't just go to Walmart or Target and pick one up because they've been off of store shelves for years. What this has contributed to is an absolutely massive second-hand video game market online. It's a little bit hard to say exactly how massive it is, but to give you guys an idea, GameStop alone last year did $1.4 billion in used video game sales alone. But why does this all matter? Well, it matters a lot to me because I'm actually a full-time used video game reseller. This is me right here. My employee and I did $1.1 million in video game sales from this very basement last year. But the thing is, video game resellers like me have a problem. In fact, they have lots of problems because selling video games individually on platforms like eBay, Facebook Marketplace, and Mercari is an absolute nightmare. You have things like high platform fees and bad buyers and scams when people return stuff to you and titling and keywords and waiting for stuff to sell. I could go on. It is a total headache, which is why I created OneUp. OneUp is my video game wholesale software for video game resellers designed by Awesome Inc.'s sister company, Apex. What it does is it allows video game resellers to sell their inventory in bulk at once for great market prices and be able to skip all of the headaches that I just talked about associated with those other platforms. Let me give you guys a quick example here. Two of the primary value props of OneUp is one, being able to look up every game you have and see the average market value for that game in that condition. And then you can also see the quick flip offer that we give for selling that game straight to us. And you can sell not only that game, but a whole bunch of other games in a batch all at once. So in this example, we're looking at Pokemon Red version. The average market value is about $60. Our quick flips offer is $62. And you can sell not just that game, but a bunch of other ones that you may have gotten in a collection all at once, ship it to us in one box, and get paid the next week. But I hear what some of you guys may be asking. Caleb, how is that financially sustainable? How can you pay $62 for a game that averages $60 on the open market? And the answer is that we have a little bit of a competitive advantage in that we sell on Amazon. And you can see this game, the exact same game here, goes on Amazon consistently for $130 because of higher barriers to entry to that market and lower competition. But now you may also be thinking, Caleb, that's great, but this is such a niche product. Look at that happy guy up there. That's gonna be us all together after this. You may also be saying, Caleb, this is such a niche product. Okay, how are you going to get it in front of the right eyeballs, right? And the answer is I have a bit of a confession to make to you guys, because I'm actually not just a used video game reseller. I'm also a video game reselling YouTuber. This is me up here. I've actually spent the last 4 years of my life making over 500 videos on YouTube, documenting my video game resale journey and teaching other people to do the same thing. And it's at the point now where every video we upload gets over 100,000 views. And as a result of this 4 years of compounding goodwill, since launching OneUp 2 months ago, we already have over 200 paid users paying us $25 a month for a $5,000 MRR. On top of that, we also have bought 5,400 games from those users for a total payout of $140,000. Folks, right now, we're super committed to bootstrapping this thing as long as possible, but the reality is we've already smashed every goal that we set for month 1, so there's no telling where OneUp could go in the future. If you want to keep track of us on our journey, subscribe to Phoenix Resale. Thank you, guys.
Nice. Hey, I have one impromptu question. What's your favorite video game that you play?
Ooh, I would have to say probably Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Okay, nice. Now your question is, which one of these judges plays Legends of Zelda? They won't tell you, but one of them does.
Oh man, I would have put you guys more as like Tetris dudes, personally. Can I say?
Nailed it. Nailed it. Okay, so they don't make physical video games, to my knowledge, as much as they used to with the consoles and all the things that you're reselling right now. So if I make a bet on OneUp, I'm betting that you're going to continue to be the face of the company and what drives all the revenue because of your outreach into the marketplace. But like also, what's like 10 years from now? I'm sure people will still play Mario Kart 10 years from now, but that nostalgia starts to wear off as people get older. What's next? What's the next big idea?
Yeah, that's a great question. First of all, Brian, I feel totally neutral about the sound of your voice. Just want to say that. But
good, I was self-conscious the entire time I was talking.
But second of all, the demise of physical media is a great question. The biggest answer I would have to that would be our #1 selling game right now is actually 25 years old. It's Mario 64. So to be completely honest with you, I don't know how long companies like Nintendo will continue manufacturing consoles that take physical games, but I do have confidence in this collector's market for at least the next 25 years. Beyond that, I can't really say, but based on our current sales, we've got other games that are 35 years old that we sell dozens or hundreds of copies of every month. So for at least that time horizon, I do have pretty high confidence.
And how do you rate my voice? No, the question I have is that you're selling through marketplaces. Are you selling only through Amazon, and what other marketplaces, and how many other people are actually authorized in this specific game niche on Amazon?
Yeah, great question. So right now we are only selling on Amazon. We've sold it on other platforms in the past, but that's part of what allows us to offer such high prices, is that level of specialization. And at this point, within the video games niche, in the refurbished category, I would say there are maybe 20 to 30 other vendors. It's a very high barrier to entry in that you have to submit the right kind of invoices, which is a very costly process. But that's, I would estimate, the number of other players.
Where do those 20 to 30 to get their supply?
It varies. Some of them have like retail store locations, chains that they are sourcing from. Others will source elsewhere online. Some have websites that they are gaining inventory from, and this is sort of our version of that.
So I want to validate, awesome pitch, by the way. I want to validate an assumption I'm making right now. When you said it's the inability to find market pricing easily by having to search through an eBay or Amazon, that resonated a lot with me. I'm making an assumption that you, because you're a resale business, you know, through that business, you have proprietary information, or at least more information than most on market pricing. So you're able to attribute that into the marketplace, your own, to OneUp. Is that right?
Good question. The data that we're getting on average market price aggregation actually comes from a third party called Price Charting, which is a pretty trusted source universally among gamers. The downside of that is it's not our data. We pay for a license for it every month. The upside of it is it lends an element of credibility and universality to the prices that we're showing people. So there's no perceived conflict of interest there. Thanks.
All right, great job, Caleb. I'll take the clicker.
job.
You can give the mic down to Kyle. Well,
I heard some cheers from the audience for some of the games mentioned, so
know.
that's always fun. Got
That's
some
good.
gamers out there.
well, it's that time of the show where we're going to send the judges to the back room with their caviar, their fine wine, and they can make their decision in peace. And us kiddos out here, we're going to have some fun. A little hullabaloo is the word of the week from the video.
But not before we tell them.
Oh, so we're going to do it at the same time. Go to awesomeink.org/program one final time.
This is your last chance to get
Last
those
chance.
rates in for these companies. It benefits them and also gives us a little info what you guys like to see. There is one final question after you voted for all 5 pitches that helps Awesome Inc. out knowing what you guys love about 5 Across if you don't mind clicking through all of those questions for us.
Please do. And Monday morning, I'm going to send all these founders that info. So this helps them.
I think
Way to go,
some
Steve Buttleman, baby.
horses have been called to post, if I
They
am
have
not
been.
mistaken. So where is Holly? Our jolly
I need someone
Holly.
to make like a horse noise.
Oh, you do. You do.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Can we get some background music while we're doing this? If you can just lay these out 1 through 5 for me, and then if you can hop on the stage when you're done with that.
Oh, okay.
And
You know,
help
while we're
me-
getting things set up, would anybody want to see a video of a GoPro on this mic when someone's presenting? Would that be too close? I think it might be too close. Okay, well, this is a fan favorite that we are continually asked to bring back. A little pre-derby warm-up. So hopefully all of you guys are loose, you're limber, you're ready to have some fun, and maybe look sillier than usual. So once we get things going, we're going to have 6 unique individuals.
We have 5.
5. I apologize. You are correct. 5 unique horses. 5 unique audience participants.
We got everything out.
Okay. Jacqueline,
So,
take it away.
Garrett's gonna be our, what do they call the people that call the races?
Like the auctioneer who talks really fast and really loud. You know, I don't miss a beat.
That's Garrett's job. I'm gonna tell you guys how this game goes, and then I'm gonna have Holly run out into the audience and get some audience participation at some times, which is gonna be really fun. So here's what we're gonna do. I've got 5 bags. You all should have voted before you came in here tonight of what horse you think is going to win. We've got horse number 1 is Hoof Hustler. 2 is Main Manager. 3 is Business Bronco. 4 is Revenue Racer. And 5 is Profit Pony. I'm going to draw from these bags our jockeys. Okay, you didn't know you were signing up for that, did you? You are going to come up, you're going to put your hat on, grab your pony. Lucky number 5 is the unicorn, Billy, our mascot. You get to ride Billy the unicorn. And we're going to put some dice up on the screen. They're going to roll. The dice that falls is going to give a number, and whatever it lands on that corresponds with your horse number, you get to move a step forward. If you roll doubles, you get to move 2 steps forward, and if a 6 gets on the screen, Holly is going to randomly pick an audience member, and you get to pick what horse moves forward.
All fun, all fun.
So much fun. So let's get the drawing going.
I think this little guy in the front, he looks kind of
Horse
excited.
number 1 is going to be ridden by Kyle Rayleigh.
Okay,
Kyle Rainey.
Rayleigh with an L. Come on up. You got to ride horse number 1. The far end by the screen.
You are very good.
Get your hat and your horse. Horse number 2, Main Manager, is going to be ridden by William Hernandez. Are you here? All right. Come on up, William. Horse number 3, Business Bronco, is going to be ridden by Corey Elder.
Is there a Corey Elder in the house?
Is Corey Elder here? No. Oh, he missed out on an opportunity to
Dang.
win a prize. It's going to be Caleb Clayton.
Yeah! Wow,
All right,
double
come
prizes
on
tonight.
up. Horse number 4 is going to be ridden by Nick Such.
And Nick, you can defer one of your kids if you want to. No, Nick.
Did
All
they
right,
leave?
number 4.
Okay. They got kids. That's probably why. All right. Horse number 4 is going to be Wyatt Jennings. You here? No? Wow.
Oh, there we go.
Wyatt Jennings is here. All right. And horse number 5 bringing us home. Horse number 5 had the most votes, I think. So good luck to the unicorn. Taylor Lee.
Wow,
Our
it's almost
first
all our
lady
trivia
on the stage gets
contestants.
the unicorn. I think that's fitting. I'm going to turn these names around
Please
for
do.
Garrett
Profit
to
Pony,
know.
Revenue Racer. Do you pronounce the word H-O-O-F as hoof? Hoof?
Stay safe, stay safe.
Okay, just double checking.
Okay.
Everyone's different.
Let's see, which aisle should I start on?
All right, so we've got our jockeys
this way.
signed up. Again,
Nice.
if your dice, if it's doubles, you move twice. You're going to move to the dot on the line ahead of you. The first horse to reach here wins. Are you guys ready?
2 tickets to the Kentucky Derby. I'm just kidding.
All right, I'm going to hand it over to Garrett to get this race
All
started.
right. Bus driver, move that bus and let's spin those dice. First up on the track is we have doubles. We got Profit Pony moving one step forward, which is
The unicorn and
there's
Holly.
a
Here we
6.
are.
Holly.
What horse would you like to see advance? 1 through 5.
3.
We got Business Bronco taking a step around the track, and those dice are
let's get those
continuing
dice
to
rolling
roll
again.
here in Lexington City. Up next, we have, almost a double spin. We got one step forward by main
Another
manager,
6.
taking a step forward.
Main manager.
Hollis, where we at, girl?
Here we are.
5.
5.
We got the Profit Pony taking another step forward on the tracks. And the race is taking a lead right here. Oh, we have another
and
step
2
by
again.
Profit Pony. And wow, this is getting close.
Yeah,
5 and
you're
2
good.
are taking the lead.
If there's a 6, you're my next one, okay? If there's a 6.
All right, Holly, where we at?
Here we are. Okay, Amanda.
Four's on the
Let's
map.
go. 1. Horse
Nice!
one.
One's coming
He's on
in!
the move.
Two to the
Thank you,
move.
Amanda. Getting horse number 1 on the move.
I want double 6s.
Oh.
Ooh!
1 and 2.
The hoof of the Maynard taking the lead almost. And he's wearing Tacovas. He's ready for this. Nice.
Oh, no.
All right, Holly, where we
Here
at?
we are.
4.
4, double 4s!
Oh,
Revenue Racer taking the
It's a tight
lead.
race.
Wow, I feel bad for horse number 3. And oh my gosh, Profit Pony is coming up. Holly, where we?
Tanya says number 5.
Wow!
Nice.
Stealing the show. Stealing the show. Oh, what the heck? Dang. All right, audience, we're almost at the end. If there's a 5, this is game over.
Wait, give me
We got 3?
3.
No 5s.
Here we go.
Maybe.
3.
3.
Nice. That's a good friend. That's a good friend right there. Well. Oh. Wow.
Oh.
That is pure talent.
She killed that.
Congratulations.
Taylor, this is the first time you've ever won the 5 Across Derby. Do you have any words?
This feels great. Yes.
This feels great.
Congrats, Profit Pony,
Way
on
to
your
go.
victory.
If you want to take your horse, feel free to.
You're going to give away our unicorn?
Maybe.
Holly, do we have a prize for our
Yes, we
our
do
winner?
have a prize, but I'm not sure where it is at right
That's
now.
fine, we'll get you one. And also, you placed a bet on 5 to win. So we also have an audience member made a smart bet. Here, Gary, I'm going to let you do the honors of picking a winner from the audience.
Okay. What do you, all those person?
Whoa.
And then the lucky last one is, drum roll please. Hold on. Can we give a nice warm welcome to our in-house gambler, Rob Fry? Is Rob here?
Is Rob here?
Nice! Look, he came ready to the races, looking dapper, best dressed in the house, besides Aaron, of course, and Ian McClure. Alrighty. What we're gonna do as we move along, we're gonna have all the pitches come back up on stage, if you don't mind. We're gonna have you come back up. All right. If you guys just squat your head down just a little bit, stay still. All right, here's the QR code. I know we had some
Or you can just take a
technical
step
difficulties with the heads. Wow, we got a nice. This is actually a good photo, Julian. Almost
Yeah,
like
this is a
you're the
good
Vanna
photo.
White. This is great.
All right, your
All right.
time is up.
Time is up.
Hope you got it.
Yeah, but we'll
Okay,
show
you
it
guys
again later.
can- you guys
So
can-
again, a quick shout out to our title sponsor, Connect for Business. If you come on down to Awesome Inc., you'll use their blazing fast Wi-Fi, per Brian's words. We're super grateful for that partnership. And also for tonight's presenting sponsor, my man, Dan of Airwing Ventures. He's a wonderful human being. So we're grateful that he is continuing to sow back into this entrepreneurial community. Jacqueline, you're the MC at this wonderful event coming up. You want to talk about it?
Oh, I am?
No, I
okay,
am.
it's like news to me, but I'm
I'm
happy to tell you about Fellowship Demo Day happening on May 2nd. You get to hear Garrett speak about all of our wonderful fellowship companies at Awesome Inc., get a little bit inside of what they're doing, talk with the founders, and we will feed you lunch. Free ticket, scan the QR code, or find anybody on the Awesome Inc. team for more info on that event, but it's definitely a can't miss good time.
You can't miss. May 2nd at Awesome Inc. next Thursday. Want to have you out there. I see a couple phones. Can't wait to hang out with you for a little bit. And last but not least, the most important part of this evening, yes, we're giving these wonderful, super cool entrepreneurs our feedback, our time. We're going to help their businesses grow. The best way you can do that is to support them by being a customer of SeedStory, TerraGraze, Apollo Automations, Free Essentials, and OneUp. So, that said, we're about to hear some results. There we go, there we go, there we go. All right. Double checking tech team, we good in the back? Can you get a thumbs up? Oh, yeah. All right. Who's ready to figure out who tonight's crowd favorite is? Yimmy was born ready. All right. I need about like 30% volume. Here we go. And the crowd favorite is going to be told in 3, 2, 1. Give it up for OneUp! Nice. All right, so crowd favorite means they loved you. There we go. Cue the Zelda theme song, you know? All right. So I need 50% volume. You can slap your leg, stomp your feet. Tonight's second place winner is going to a little more. Free Essentials! Way to go, Freeman. I'll tell you, it's because he knew what to tell the judges. He knew what to say. Okay, I need everybody on your feet because we are going to figure out who the April 2024 Five Across winner, which is going to the finals, is. Nice. A little more. Let's disrupt the movie next door. Your April winner for 2024 is OneUp! Nice! Nice. All right. Well, let's go in reverse order. Let's go to reverse order. Bring the music down just a little bit. Can we get a quick word from one of the judges on why Caleb was tonight's winner? Is there a mic over there still? All right. Dan,
there is a
mic.
Well, we thought that the traction you've created will allow you to continue to grow and think in the future you can continue that expansion and finding new niches and use that as partners and patterns you found to kind of this turbo thing. The marketing that you have established is really good.
Nice. It's really good. All right. Caleb, this is your ESPN highlight. You got 60 seconds. What do you want to say?
Boy, really appreciate you guys for seeing the potential in this business. I definitely, thanks so much to Apex for being really great partners in building it. I was completely new to the software space 10 months ago and still am really new and have no idea what I'm doing. So this feels, I'm really grateful for it. So thank you guys.
Congratulations again.
Congratulations.
Caleb with OneUp.
All right, y'all. Well, that is a wrap to tonight's show. We will see you back on June 19th. I'm going to go back just to make sure this QR code is up for you guys to use. So we'll see you on June 19th.
At Main on Main.
At Main on Main. Have a blessed evening.